There's a difference between a recall and this. A recall says, come in when you can. This says, stop driving your car right now. Stellantis just issued that exact warning to 225,000 owners across the US, and the reason involves airbags that can explode and send metal shrapnel into the cabin. In February 2026, Stellantis, the parent company of Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, issued a formal do not drive order, not a routine recall notice for approximately 225,000 vehicles still carrying unrepaired Takata airbag inflators. This covers a wide range of older models, including Dodge Ram, Durango, Dakota, Magnum and Challenger, the Chrysler Aspen and 300, the Jeep Wrangler, and even the Mitsubishi Raider, spanning model years 2003 through 2016. The company's own statement was blunt, saying the action was intended to safeguard owners, their families, and the general public from the risk of serious injury or death. That's not typical recall language. That's the language companies use when they believe lives are genuinely at risk right now, not eventually. To understand why this is different from an ordinary recall, you need to understand what's actually wrong. Takata, a Japanese auto parts supplier, made airbag inflators using a chemical propellant that can degrade over time, especially in hot and humid conditions. When that degraded propellant ignites during a crash, instead of safely inflating the airbag, the inflator itself can rupture explosively, sending metal fragments directly into the vehicle cabin. NHTSA has called this the largest and most complex safety recall in US history, with more than 67 million defective airbags recalled nationwide and over 100 million recalled worldwide. The federal government has confirmed at least 28 deaths and around 400 injuries in the US tied directly to this defect, and NHTSA's own language is unusually graphic for a government safety notice, warning that even minor crashes can produce what they described as life-altering, gruesome injuries. This recall actually began back in 2008, so why the sudden escalation to a do not drive order in 2026? Stellantis has already completed repairs on more than 6.6 million vehicles, about 95% of everything originally recalled, but that remaining 5%, roughly 225,000 vehicles, represents the hardest group to reach, often older, higher mileage vehicles, sometimes resold multiple times, where original owners may never have gotten the recall notice at all. After more than a decade of standard outreach failing to close that gap, regulators and Stellantis escalated to the strongest language available, essentially skipping past, please schedule a repair, straight to stop driving immediately. If you own one of these affected models from 2003 through 2016, the fix itself is free, completed at any dealership, and doesn't require you to prove anything beyond your VIN number. You can check your specific vehicle status directly through NHTSA.gov's recall lookup tool using your vehicle identification number. The inconvenience of not driving a vehicle you rely on is real, but weighed against a documented risk of an exploding airbag and even a minor fender bender, safety regulators clearly decided that inconvenience was the acceptable trade-off. 14 brands, over 2 decades, tens of millions of vehicles, and it's still not fully resolved. That's the scale of the Takata story, and this do not drive order for 225,000 vehicles might be the final, most urgent chapter of it. If you or someone you know drives an older Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, this is worth 5 minutes on NHTSA's website to check. Subscribe for more of these safety breakdowns as they develop.